What's up, YouTube? We are back with another Dark Souls Depression. This is episode 11. And in this episode, I'm going after the Uchigatana or something like that, I think it's called. And trying to find it, and to do it, it was actually kind of a pain because I have to get Shiva the East, which means I have to join the Dark Covenant, or the Covenant with the cat, which is where I'm headed. So right there, you saw me by the Crest Notorious to open the gate. And I'm just running through. Okay, well basically I had to find them, and then I had to join the Covenant, then Shiva appears, then you gotta talk to Shiva, and then you have to find Shiva in Blighttown again. So there's gonna be 3 clips basically. The first clip's me getting to the Covenant, joining the Covenant, and then working my way through the Darkroot Garden here without dying. Basically trying not to die. And then you'll see another clip where I find Shiva in Blighttown, so that I can actually buy the weapon from him, whatever it is. And then the third clip is me upgrading as much as I possibly could to get ready to go into Sin's Fortress. So yeah, that's what you're going to see on screen, and I'll kind of interject in here. But I also want to let you know what's coming. I've got most of my setup now ready to go for recording my Black Ops videos. And the way I'm going to do the first 8, well, it might not be the first 8. I have 8 saved Black Ops gameplays that are really good. I was pretty picky on my gameplays. I wanted them to be high quality, not just throwing up, high kill gameplays, but high kill gameplays plus, like a low deaths, and just overall more upbeat, exciting. And anyway, so the first one will definitely be one of the best gameplays I've got so far. And it won't be live commentated, it'll be voiced over. And I'm a little worried about how the theater mode is going to play it back, but we'll mess with that later. But now that I've got the rest of my setup, all of the rest of the gameplays that I'll do for Call of Duty, after these first 8, unless I do something off, or unless I'm not recording and get a good gameplay on accident or something, they won't be theater mode. So you'll get to actually hear me live while I'm playing, doing different things. Another thing to note is I am playing on Dark Souls. If you didn't know, I'm playing PC, and on the Black Ops videos, I'll be on the PS3. And yes, the PS3 doesn't have as many people on it as Xbox. Probably not as high quality of players. Whatever. When you get any high gameplays on anything, you're not playing quality players. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Most of the time, you got to be playing some pretty garbage kids to get a ton of kills. But anyways, I'll just post a bunch of different things. And right here, if you didn't know, this a lot of this was like an old way to farm souls, and mainly I'm just killing them so I can get to Shiva. The souls are nice, I'm not gonna complain. But yeah, you just kind of lead any of these. I think I actually killed this guy legit. You lead any of these guys over to that bridge, and I'll do it here. I think I end up pulling 3 of them, and then they all run off and die over the cliff. But it's a good way to earn like a bunch of souls, which actually ended up working out pretty well for me because I needed the souls to buy the weapon I wanted, and then I was able to get a ring that basically affects how quickly my durability on my weapons goes away. So that's basically to prepare, because on the dexterity build you need weapons that scale high with when you level up your dexterity. And the Uchigatana, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Uchigatana. Uchigatana. I don't know how to pronounce it. Then my wife is making fun of me, if you wanted to know that, in the background. And it is a ridiculous name. So, anyway, that's the best scaling weapon with dexterity builds. That, and then the Iaito. I can't tell if it's an L or an I on the spelling. That one also scales well with dexterity. And then the washing pole scales well with dexterity. So those are the 3 weapons I'm looking for. I'll probably be using the lightning sphere out of Orlando quite a bit when I get to it. But I might have these weapons upgraded pretty high pretty quickly, because when I get to Sin's Fortress, I'll be able to buy the bigger Titanite chunks or whatever they are. And yeah, here I'm just letting these guys run off the cliff and die. I think one of them doesn't fall all the way off, but they die anyway, because they're gonna fall off in a second. So anyways, there's a quick way to earn a bunch of souls. As you can see, I probably got 8,000 souls from that run. I don't remember what it is exactly. I'm sure you all know, and you can comment below. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just preparing for continuing with the dexterity build. And now that I have the weapons, have quite a bit of souls, I'm going to try to start leveling up a little bit better. I'm actually I'm catching up in level. My vitality's gotten a lot higher. I added a bunch to it because I hadn't been leveling at all. And it was really starting to cost me as far as like what I could do in boss fights, because I had no levels on anything. So I wasn't doing much damage, I wasn't able to take many hits, and it was basically lame. So yeah, I'm like getting all kinds of achievements right here. So I joined the Covenant, and then the Shiva of the East spawns right outside of this, and it has the ninja. And I might try the ring later, try to be summoned into PvP, or not PvP, but protect the Dark Root Garden or Forest or whatnot. So yeah, and then his ninja helper is behind him, which is kind of funny. You can kind of barely see him there now. I'll walk over there. There he is. Ninja, and the ninja has the sword that I want. And later on, I'm going to change my Covenant, obviously, back to something else. Basically, all I wanted to do was to buy this weapon. And then when I'll want that ghost ring, I think, that you get if you kill the ninja back there. So here's where I'm like, oh man, okay, I can't buy it. So I was kind of freaking out. I was like, man, I thought you just had to find him and buy him, but then I remembered you got to find him in Blighttown, which is just under the water wheel. So you'll see that clip's coming up here pretty quick. But here's me getting the stone armor. If you didn't know where the stone armor was, I just grab it real quick because I knew I was close. And I'll be back to the Dark Root Garden for Sif, however you pronounce the wolf, the big wolf, Sif's name. So yeah, here's where Shiva is. Blighttown, you just drop down here, boom, right there. The ninja's back there too. You can kind of see him through the wood, that little section of wood. But here's the weapon that I needed. So basically, get that 5,000, and then I was like, oh, I think that thing has a ring, and I was 3,000 short. So I used a bunch of my souls, and I end up buying the ring that I wanted after I'm getting attacked by those things. I hate those things. But this ring will basically, because you lose durability, if you didn't know, you lose durability on everything you use as you use it, especially swords, different things like that. And with the dexterity build, the swords I'm using are not very strong, so that the quality drops way faster than like the Drake sword. The Drake sword doesn't drop very fast. So I buy that ring because if I'm gonna be using the sword that I just bought, I'm gonna need it to actually last through some of the longer battles. And then here it just cuts into where I'm just redeeming a bunch of souls so that I can upgrade the sword as much as I possibly can. I think I get it to +3. No, maybe I get it to +7. Oh, I can't remember. But I'd already given this guy the large ember so that I could upgrade it past +5.
Well, hello again.
And yeah, I redeemed every soul I had. Nameless soldier souls and all that stuff. And there it is. I just start reinforcing it like crazy. And you see I run out of Titanite shards right away, so I go buy a bunch. I think I ended up buying 11, 12, 10 maybe. Oh, we're going down. So I buy these, upgrade as much as I can, because it takes souls plus those to upgrade. See, 200 souls plus those Titanite shards to upgrade. So I'm just sitting here spamming the upgrade, and then I think I recorded this because I wanted to show you the stats afterwards, because I did switch off of the Drake sword and started using this weapon, because now that I have it upgraded a little bit, it is better. It is better than my Drake sword, which is, it took a long time. Drake sword does 200 damage, but I finally got this one to where it is better than. And you see, I run out right there. So. Yeah, and of course he doesn't have any to buy. I have to get to Sin's Fortress to get that stuff. So I'll be doing that in the next episode. But yep. Anyways, thanks for watching this episode. On the next episode, we'll be going through Sin's Fortress. And look for the Call of Duty videos starting tomorrow. Peace.